I've got a bad case of dad bod.
I'm a middle-aged dad, and this is my journey to get back in shape by rediscovering my childhood love of cycling. Come on and take a ride with me. Alright, welcome back to On Your Left. I am here in Torpy Park in Somerville, New Jersey, and I am looking for a trail that I saw on the map that's somewhere here in the back of this park. I'm on the main road in the park towards the back behind their soccer fields. The trail leading off should be somewhere on the right. I'm not really sure where, and I'm not 100% sure what to expect from this trail. I know it's I've seen people posting that it's a good walking trail. People ride their bikes there, take their dogs. I don't know if it's paved or dirt or whatnot. I do know that I've read that some sections may wash out, so I may have to get off and walk a bit or turn around and things like that. But we're exploring here. I've already made one wrong turn looking for the entrance to the trail, and we'll see if I can do better this time. All right, so we're here at the back of the park, and I'm going down the main service road. The entrance to the trail should be somewhere on my right. I'm not sure where. Looks like there's something over here. This might be it. It says field closed and the gate's closed, so that was a bust. I'm going to at least go down to the gate so we can take a quick look. So I'm thinking this was it. Now let's see. Let's see if I get in trouble for this. Or if it's flooded out. It's a paved path, so I can't imagine it's too much of a problem. Just means there won't be anybody here. Looks like this is a paved walking trail. Wonder if there's a section that's washed out and that's why they've got the gates closed off. Meaning that I probably shouldn't be here, but okay, some choices here. West Field or East Field. Let's try going straight ahead and see what we get. Alright, no pavement here. This is gravel and mud. Drop it down to a lower gear. Yeah, I don't know this trail at all, so I'm going to take it easy. I got the feeling it's just a gravel path through this patch of wetlands back here. Yeah, this is a little rougher than the trails I usually take. It's a sign with a map. Not really stopping to look at it. Yeah, this is just a nice little dirt path. I'm actually getting to put my knobby tires to work today. It's not bad. There are definitely some soft spots like that. See some relatively fresh tracks. Somebody else has been through here recently. See, I'm going to stick to the bigger trail. Another roadside map. Power lines up ahead, up above. Oh, this soft stuff is hard. I'm kind of in too high a gear for this. and this is just grass. Not much of a trail at all. Ooh, sliding a little in the mud. Yeah, I want to drop my front gear down to my middle ring. Let's see, I'm in a good spot now to do it. There we go. A little bumpy, rough stuff here, even though it's paved. Oh, much better in my number 2 ring. Yeah, this is definitely not road bike territory. Loose gravel. Ground's not too loose, but there are muddy patches and soft patches and some harder spots like this. Definitely not a speed run. I wonder if I'm going to get stuck here. I did okay. Softer stuff. Almost brought me to a halt, skidded a little through it. I haven't done much real mountain biking in like 20, 25 years, so this isn't exactly what I'm used to doing. Used to easy trails. This is more, I wouldn't say this is a hard trail, this is not an easy trail. Not even sure if this would qualify as intermediate, but I'm definitely not in practice for this kind of thing. So don't expect me to be setting speed records. See, we're coming up near the river. The other side of the river here is where is more my usual territory, and that's more built up. Not a lot of park area like this. All right, this is a pretty stable section of trail. You know, I'm not really staying to good trail etiquette right now. I'm just riding wherever it seems like the best line. Just because I don't think there's anybody out here today. All right, not sure if this is the right way to go or not. Yeah, this looks like it might be. Looks like there's a couple of branch offs, so I'm just going to choose to go this way because I can see there's a one of those maps posted up ahead. This is just grass. At least it's kind of packed down, not soggy. A map and a plaque, some geese off to my left. Not sure if you got a glimpse of them. I'll tell you, my son definitely wouldn't like this because it'd be too hard for him, even though he's riding a mountain bike. Well, it's a kid's mountain bike, so it's not a full size. And he's got a long way to go to build up strength and control, so I wouldn't take him riding here. This is a good workout for me. Well, the mountain bike I had ages and ages ago, well, it was a late 90s or mid 90s mountain bike, so very different than today's mountain bikes. Actually didn't have any suspension at all. It's just a sturdy frame like you'd find on a sporty or hybrid bike. Not that different a frame than mine, than my dual sport. Didn't have a front suspension, didn't have a rear suspension. I think it was 2 gears in the front, 8 in the back. It might have been 3, but I think it was 2 gears in the front. A similar range of gears to this. So the only real difference between that bike and this bike was the tires. It was an old Cannondale. It was a really entry-level Cannondale, not a particularly expensive one. Oh, this is some nice territory here. Nice ruined tree up there. It's cool to see sights like this. Anyway, back to the Cannondale. It had full-on mountain bike tires. So nice wide, like 2-inch wide tires with really aggressive knobs. Oh, going over some bumps, some branches in the road. So it got better traction. I think this bike actually is, I think I may have said it before, this bike, my dual sport, is probably a better mountain bike than my old mountain bike was. But, you know, for its time and for an entry-level mountain bike, it was just fine, because that was the norm. So I never really did any difficult trails. I do easier trails like this, where I was living at the time, hidden in the woods. There was an old BMX trail that I could do parts of. Now, I couldn't do like the really crazy jumps and stuff like that, but probably wasn't confident enough to do them. But I would go over a lot of the hills and rough patches and embankments and stuff. There, I just avoid the hard sections. You know, and for a hardtail, hard-nosed mountain bike, it did its job. I think this bike would have actually done a little better on it, even though that kind of riding would probably be about the hardest trail that I'd want to take this bike on. Seems to be doing just fine in this kind of terrain, as long as I don't try to go too fast. I try to do jumps and things like that, crazy things like that. Not that jumps are all that crazy, but it would be kind of crazy for me to do a jump. That way does not look like a real path. So I'm going to come this way. It's probably like a maintenance path or something. Yeah, so this will be a nice addition if I want to do some mild off-roading. This seems like the right kind of trail, off-road trail for this type of bike. You know, you saw I had some small obstacles, tree branches, rocks and stuff. There's a little bit of open water off to my left. That's not actually the river, that's just wetland. So if I'm going to come across a section that's washed out, it's going to be up ahead. Hasn't really rained in a while, so it might be okay. It's definitely a little wetter here. His ground feels a touch softer, hitting some occasional soft patches under the grass. It looks like they've been putting some, at least sprinkling some crushed gravel here and there. Yeah, because there's a little bit of soft, yeah, there's some soft, definitely soft spots here. I'm actually going to go up in the grass. This may be the washout that I was warned about. Let's see. Yeah. Without knowing too much about that, I don't feel good riding through that. Better mountain bike I could probably, and better skills I could probably do it, but just bear with me a second. I'm going to get off. I'm going to hoof it across, pick up on the other side. Just because I don't know what's under this tarp that I'm walking over. Okay, if I went through the middle, probably be all right. If I had my balance right, was in the right gear, and probably would have definitely wanted a rear suspension for that. That's me at least. All right, getting back on. So if that's the only spot that's washed out, that's not too bad. Looks like that watery section keeps going. Now on this side, there's actually open water. It's probably like a pond or something. On the other side, it looks like there's a little bit of runoff stream going from it. But there was only that small couple of feet of a ditch where it got stuck. So we got some more soft stuff here. Some damp spots. I would assume after a big rain that you get more water problems in this section. I would bet from the way those trees are lined up that those trees were intentionally planted to try and stabilize some of this wetland. Because they're kind of in a line, I don't know. It may be naturally occurring. Yeah, it looks like this is a softer, wetter area. And they probably planted a handful of trees there to stabilize it. I think. Could be, because they all look like the same kind of tree. So I want to save, I don't know, I'm not a tree guy. My neighbor's a tree guy, he could tell you exactly what they are. I think those are white oaks, maybe. Maybe, or I could be very wrong, don't quote me on that. But if they are oaks, they're not, can't be all that old because they usually get pretty tall. Now I think this is looping, this should be looping back to the place where I came in. Let's see. A little soft here, but this loose crushed gravel on top is actually making it pretty easy to grip. I'm not like slipping around or anything. You can see the little slip of a trail. There's still some traces of crushed gravel here. So someone's coming through here at least once in a while and do at least some basic maintenance on the trail. And these spots that are more overgrown. Okay, gonna go around this route. A little bit of sticky glue like mud. Windy. Slipped a little bit. All right, looks like we're hooking back up with the main trail here. Yep. Ooh, that was a little sandy. Yeah, I think I see my own tracks here, so this is definitely the way I came in. Yeah, that's definitely me, that deep rut. This is one of the slippery spots. I was sliding a little bit, but not much. Sliding enough I could feel it. Loose gravel, watch out. Okay, this is back in the main area where I came in. chunky gravel. Not too compacted, but it's definitely rideable. I'm not having to work to keep the bike upright. You know, some spots are looser than others. All right, back to the paved part. There's another section of trail off here to the right. Might do that one another time. I think I'm gonna head back out. So I'll take you back to the gate. So this short piece is, well, obviously paved. So it's a nice, easy, steady ride. So that was about 20 minutes. Wasn't going very fast on it. Yeah, if you've got a half-decent mountain bike and some mountain bike skills, you should easily be able to beat my time through that. Again, it was my first time, so I wasn't really going fast, trying to see what's there. And the gate's closed. I'm not sure I was supposed to come in here, but I think the trail's officially closed, but we did it anyway. And come up here to the top of the hill. Yep, that'll work a bit to get up that one with the gravel. I'm going to stop here. All right, so I hope you enjoyed exploring the Finderne Wetlands with me. Back here, tucked in behind Torpy Park in Somerville. The wetlands next to the Raritan River. So that was my first time too, so you got to discover it with me. Hope you enjoyed this and got something out of it. And check out, don't forget to check out the rest of the videos on the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Catch you later. Bye-bye.